Isn't Donald Trump literally talking about moving all of the Gazans out of Gaza? Doing like an ethnic cleansing of Gaza? Get the fuck out of here with your anti-war bullshit. You are not anti-war. Donald Trump is not anti-war. So
you mean rebuilding Gaza?
No, I mean removing all of the Gazans from Gaza, like he said. Brendan Rose. How's it going?
I'm well. How are you?
Not too great, but better than the rest of the days in the month, so.
Not too great. What's going on, buddy?
I feel like I'm seeing the slow unraveling of our country, and it's making me upset because I'm a patriot.
The slow unraveling of our country.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I'm assuming you voted for Kamala Harris.
I did.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
It's okay.
But luckily, America's waking up to the fraud, waste, and abuse, mm-hmm. to the deep state and the military-industrial complex, all the bad stuff that America has been doing behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And in our name.
Yeah, all the bad stuff they're doing behind the scenes, like letting the richest person on earth have access to all of the classified information in the Treasury.
Behind the scenes, what are you talking about? That's on every front page and every paper in the country. That's happening right out in the open.
Do you know the names of the people working for Elon Musk? Wasn't he threatening?
I saw a list of them. There were a bunch of kids.
Wasn't Elon threatening people who were posting that list of the names of people that worked for him under DOGE?
Well, you say threaten, but I mean,
he
strongly worded rebuff is what I would call it.
Strongly worded rebuff, as in this is illegal.
Yeah. Well, doxing generally is frowned upon, and I believe is illegal.
Doxing people who are working within the federal government. So this is the problem: is that when you say things that are being done, things that are being done that are in our federal government are being revealed to the people, and then you don't care that all of the people that work under Elon Musk are literally secret. We don't even know the official. I don't care at all. We don't even know the official positions of the people in DOGE. We don't even know the official position. We don't even.
I'll wait till you're done.
Thank you. We don't even know the official positions of the people that work within DOGE. We don't even know if they're a part of the agencies that they're claiming to represent. If they're not, then it's totally illegal what they're doing. But we don't know. So when we talk about like things being hidden from the American people or kept in secret or whatever, the fact that you don't bat an eye at DOGE is crazy.
You done?
Yep.
Awesome. Some contractors, it's part of their contract that what they do is public. And in some cases, what they do isn't necessarily public. It all depends on the contract that was written up. One of the best examples would be security details, bodyguards, guys that guard diplomats all over the planet. Their identities are generally obfuscated. Now, through FOIA requests, can you sometimes get those things? Yes. But in this particular case, what they're doing expressly and explicitly is doing their level best to root out fraud, abuse, and corruption. So here's my question to you, hosts. Mm-hmm. Which do you think will be the first politician to be indicted under Trump's Justice Department? Go.
The first politician to be indicted under Trump's I don't know. I don't want to make I don't want to speculate on potential crimes for potential politicians. But I do know that it is kind of concerning that the people that are responsible for rooting out corruption in our government, we don't even know what their official position is.
Well, wait, didn't you just say that? Oh, their official positions, right? I mean, techies. I'm sure you've got some pattern recognition specialists.
Do they work for the Department of Treasury?
Programmers, that kind of stuff. No. They're probably working for DOGE if I were going to guess. I don't know specifically. I saw the names. Again, this is all happening real fast, but I love it. I think there was an IG department that Trump hollowed out.
Yeah, a lot of the inspector generals are being fired.
Yes,
which is funny because we're claiming to be against corruption and then firing watchdogs.
We totally are against it. Yes, there are good reasons.
You acknowledge that DOGE is not a federal department, right? Federal departments are made by Congress. DOGE was not made by Congress. It's not a federal department. It's not like a 3-letter agencies like all the rest of them.
Right, but if you're the chief executive, you can take a portion of you could take a portion from any one of the agencies that he has control over and insert, kind of like special investigators, that kind of thing.
Okay, but that's the question: are these people working for the Department of Justice, or not the Department of Justice, the Treasury,
for the chief executive?
Are they working for the Treasury?
Elon Musk is a senior advisor.
Are they working for the Treasury
position? No, they're clearly not working for the Treasury. They're working for,
so they should have absolutely no access to the databases that they have access to.
Yeah, out of curiosity, how do you suppose that people root out and discover waste, corruption, and abuse without having access to information?
Through authorization by Congress, which never happened.
Oh, so wait, are you saying that the executive branch needs Congress's permission to do their job?
Yes, that's what checks and balances are.
No.
Do you think
they have the power of the purse.
Does the president have the power? Does the president have the power to just establish a 3-letter agency? Does the president have the power? Does the president have the power to just establish and get rid of 3-letter agencies?
Are there currently 3-letter agencies?
Does the president have the power to get rid of?
So
that didn't answer the question. You realize that didn't answer the question at all, right?
You're asking silly questions.
The reason that I was asking that question is because it's obvious that the president doesn't just have unilateral power over all of the executive agencies. Obviously. So
doesn't he?
No, he doesn't, because he doesn't have the have the authority to get rid of a 3-letter agency. He doesn't have the power to establish a 3-letter agency. That is a power that is designated to Congress. Now, the question is how do we feel comfortable with the president giving a group of unelected people, one of which happens to be the richest person on earth, access to these?
Why do you keep bringing that up? What difference does that make? He's a very capable individual.
I think it's a little convenient that the richest person on earth now holds one of the most
4 times.
one of the most powerful positions in our government right now. I think that's a little scary, and I feel like most MAGA people would have acknowledged that was scary if Kamala Harris was the one to do it. But the point that I'm getting at is that this person, the richest person on earth,
is a fool.
The richest person on earth has access to all of your information, and he's not supposed to.
Ooh, you think the richest guy in the world is going to sell your social security numbers on the dark web?
Did I say that?
That's what they're doing there?
Did I say that?
Well, no. It just seems like a ridiculous objection. Again,
no. My objection is that he illegally he does not have he should not have access to that information, and yet he does.
You think he's going after social security numbers, or
do you think he's supposed to have that? Do you think he's supposed to have access to that information?
Well, yeah, because that's what DOGE is there for, to root out.
Was Congress authorized? Was DOGE authorized by Congress to go through all that information?
DOGE was authorized by the chief executive of the United States that was put in place by the electorate of the United States. I know you guys are having trouble with that.
Can Donald Trump give Elon Musk like infinite power?
Well, he didn't give him infinite power. He gave him
a power that he's not allowed.
Capabilities.
He gave him a power that he's not allowed
just
to
oversight, have. That's all.
He gave him
a
power
little bit of investigation going on.
He gave him a power that he's not allowed to have.
Saying the same thing. Your apoplexy is really telling, and I'm wondering personally. Yes, your apoplexy is kind of telling, right? And I noticed you dodged the question, but I didn't want to press it too bad, because I know you're in a fragile state. You're not doing too good. Mm-hmm. So again, I'll ask again. What is wrong with investigating, pinpointing, and then prosecuting individuals for waste, fraud, and abuse? Indeed, corruption within the government. What's wrong with that?
Okay.
Is it just because the Republicans
I'll give you a good answer.
Or
there is no problem with that. The problem is that Elon Musk is not authorized to do that, and Donald Trump is letting him do it anyway. So if I break into the Treasury and I get access to this database and I say, oh, well, I was investigating corruption, I still wasn't allowed to have access to that database.
Did they break into the Treasury?
He wasn't given legal authorization to access the Treasury.
Right, but they didn't break in the Treasury. Did you just? But he didn't have legally. He sounds more dramatic
because I wouldn't have legal access. He doesn't have legal access.
Yeah, who is ultimately in charge of the Treasury? Do you know?
I don't remember the specific name of the person that has
the Treasury Secretary.
Mm-hmm.
And who is the Treasury Secretary's boss?
The president.
Oh, geez. So do you think the Treasury Secretary's boss has the ability, nay, the awesome responsibility of having the keys to the Treasury and getting to say who comes and goes out of the Treasury?
Nope.
Oh, no.
Nope.
Oh, okay. So who does? Who has the keys to the Treasury, my guy?
There's a process by which you disclose information like that, which was not followed, as laid out in the Privacy Act.
Yeah. Does that sound like a cope?
No, that doesn't sound like a cope. That sounds like I want the president. Okay. Here's what that sounds like. It sounds like I want the president to follow the goddamn law because he's the chief law enforcer and you're making excuses for him.
No, not at all. Everyone knows that the president, is the boss of the Treasury Secretary, who is the boss of the Treasury. So,
but he doesn't have legal access to give. He doesn't.
Someone in Congress has to nebulously go to committee and vote on cloture to see who can open it. No, that's not how that works.
Can Donald Trump?
Not only that, but
I'm going to ask this question again. Can Donald Trump close a 3-letter agency?
Go ahead, ask it again. Close it. Well, he could fire everybody.
Can he close an executive agency?
Or now, check this out.
Can he close an executive agency?
The Congress has the power effectively. The House has the power of the.
So the reason that I'm asking
the power of the purse.
It doesn't matter.
So at any point, Congress can defund an agency, effectively destroying it. Right.
Yes.
Right. So the president has a very similar ability where he could just fire everyone if he wanted to.
Congress,
then they'd have this
Congress
pile
has
of money
the ability
and no one to work there, right?
Congress has the ability to abolish 3-letter agencies. So the fact that you're saying like, oh, Congress has this blah, 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 blah. Congress obviously has authority over the 3-letter agencies. Donald Trump obviously does not have all of the authority over 3-letter agencies.
Yes, chief executive is gonna execute. That's the job of the chief executive.
But he doesn't have the legal authority. He doesn't have the legal authority to do what he is doing.
The judicial,
yes,
the executive,
I'm aware.
and the legislative.
All of this is a pivot. Just
so we have this chief executive guy,
just so you know, all of this is a pivot.
I'll wait till you're done.
You're pivoting.
It's not
That's
a
all you're
pivot
doing.
at all. What I'm trying to do
this
is
was
figure
done
out
in
why
violation of the law. He's being sued for it, and that's it.
About trying to root out fraud, waste, and abuse, and I know why. I don't think you understand why.
I already explained to you why. Because he doesn't have the legal authority to do it. He doesn't have the legal authority to do it. It's a very simple answer. He doesn't have the legal authority to do it. He doesn't have the legal authority to do it. He doesn't have the legal authority to do it. He doesn't have the legal authority to do it. That's why.
He's doing it.
He absolutely does.
Yeah, they're in there collecting.
Yeah, he's doing it, and the Treasury is being sued for it. Are you aware of that?
Yeah. Yeah, awesome. Do you think by the time that that's enforced that they'll have the evidence they need or not?
That they'll have the evidence that they need, like DOGE.
Yeah,
so we're just justifying
evidence.
We're just justifying them breaking the law because they'll already have broken the law by the time that the law stops them from doing it. What a good argument. Don't you think the damage will have already been done by the time that he gets held to account? Wow, I never thought about that. Thank God I have the Trump supporters to come up and tell me that.
I'm waiting on bated breath for Kash Patel and Tulsi Gabbard to get their confirmations, and then the fireworks are really going to start. It won't be just waste, fraud, and abuse. We'll be measuring lengths.
So we acknowledge.
You know what I'm saying?
So we acknowledge
what that means,
Elon Musk.
Measuring lengths?
We acknowledge that Elon Musk is breaking the law, but he's going to have all the evidence by the time he gets held to account. So it's chill.
Have you thought about why y'all lost?
Good, great answer.
Have you really thought about it?
What a perfect answer. Thank God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Thank God for these Trump supporters.
This right here, what Trump and Elon Musk are doing right now are the reason that Trump was elected president. You don't understand.
It's because people want. Yeah, it's because people want a dictator, and the American way is dead. The American way is dead. And we're fine with the president being a king and breaking whatever laws he wants, because it gets stuff done faster.
So, okay. So if you're suggesting some type of civil war, I would recommend that you fight with something
absolutely
other than
not suggesting a civil war. I don't know where you got that.
Well, you said America is dead. We want a dictator, all that stuff. That's not it at all. We're tired of
bureaucracy. You're tired of wasteful spending. So you're allowing the richest person to go into. Yeah. So you're allowing the richest person. You're allowing the richest person in the world come in and break the law
to be anti-war. They're not like that anymore.
When did we pivot onto war?
You remember when Dick Cheney lined up right behind Kamala Harris in the last election?
Do you remember when Donald Trump literally... Isn't Donald Trump literally talking about moving all of the Gazans out of Gaza? Doing like an ethnic cleansing of Gaza? Get the fuck out of here with your anti-war bullshit. You are not anti-war. Donald Trump is not anti-war. So,
you mean rebuilding Gaza?
No, I mean removing all of the Gazans from Gaza, like he said. You can't whitewash what he said. What do you mean for what purpose? He's removing the goddamn Gazans from Gaza. Bro. You realize that you can't ethnically... Are you actually saying...
other than Mehdi Hassan.
Are you actually saying that we should ethnically cleanse Gaza to make it all pretty? Fuck Hassan. He's a terrorist sympathizer. Okay, now. Are you actually suggesting that we should ethnically cleanse Gaza to make it pretty?
No.
Okay, so how do you get all of the Gazans out of Gaza?
Well, if I'm to believe the reports that I've read, there's going to be temporary housing built in the Golan Heights and parts of Jordan.
What if they don't want to leave?
Then Gaza will be rebuilt.
What if they don't want to leave?
And the Palestinians will come back.
What if they don't want to leave?
Well, what do you mean? What if they don't want to leave? These are ridiculous hypotheticals.
Why would That's a ridiculous hypothetical. What if someone doesn't want to leave their homeland? Why even think about that?
It's all rubble.
What if they don't want to leave? What if they don't want to leave their homeland? You ethnically cleanse them. That's the answer. Is that Donald Trump wants to ethnically cleanse them?
Shovel, then, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. What happens if they don't want to leave is that Donald Trump forces them to leave. That's what happens.
They'll call it a concentration camp or something.
It's funny that you are supporting Donald Trump sending American troops in to remove Gazans from Gaza, and somehow you claim to be anti-war.
No, you asked me if I supported it.
Stupidest fucking person that I've ever talked to in my life.
Oh, I'm stupid now.
Yes, you are wildly stupid. The fact that you're saying, we're tired of corruption. We're tired of corruption, and then you elect the fucking president who puts in place the richest person on the earth to go and cut all of the federal government illegally, and then you're like, oh yeah, but we're anti-corruption. Oh yeah, we're also anti-war, even though I want to send the U.S. military in to cleanse Gaza of Gazans. Spare me.
Okay. So I noticed, again, you've said this 6 times now. Why does it trigger you so much that he's the richest man on earth? We need individuals that are capable to do these types of jobs. And Elon Musk is one of the most capable men on the planet.
I just think it's really funny. I think it's really funny that you guys talk about how much corruption there is because of how much money Congress people make, but then Donald Trump puts the richest person on earth in Congress, and you're like, there's no corruption there. There's no corruption there. The richest person on earth just so happens to align with Donald Trump's political aims. It's not because he wants power. There's no corruption there.